Companies like Advent, Infinity, ADS, Boston Acoustics were iconic in the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s. What happened to them? Where are they at? Well, it's not good. It's a sad story, and we're going to talk about it today. These companies, though, were founded by MIT graduates, by German rocket scientists, and they're all fundamentally gone now. We're going to find out why. So sit down, grab a cup of coffee. These are available to purchase right in the description. I'll link them. Let's talk about what happened to some of our favorite speaker brands.
Back in that bag.
ADS. ADS is one of my favorite patron members' favorite speakers. He's had a few. It's also one of Kevin over at Skylabs Audio's favorite speakers, and I trust both of these guys, so if they say they're good, they're good. Personally speaking, I've never heard any ADS speakers, at least none of the big ones. However, ADS, analog and digital system speakers, have a rich history rooted in both German, I didn't know that, engineering and American innovation. By the way, I had AI do all of my research on this because I'm lazy. However, there's some really good information in here. ADS was founded by Dr. Gotthold Gunther, a German physicist who initially came to the United States in 1966 to work for NASA. Great, another rich, interesting history about German scientists and physicists coming to the U.S. and working for NASA from Germany, called Project Paperclip. Look it up. However, in 1966, probably not involved with Project Paperclip. Dr. Gotthold Gunther was an accomplished pianist with a passion for music and was disappointed with the availability of high-quality audio equipment in the U.S. He started importing Braun Hifi, like the razor? Let's make some speakers. 9! Which led him to securing the sole distribution rights to Braun Hifi in the United States. If you know if Braun, the razor company, is the same as the speaker company, put it in the comments. By 1974, he left NASA, really, to focus on this venture. How would you, listen, I'm either going to build rockets or speakers and amps and stuff. Speakers. Easy choice. Who wants to mess around in space? He moved to Cambridge, Massachusetts, which at the time apparently was a huge hub for hi-fi manufacturing, where he began assembling and selling Braun components in US-made cabinets under the ADS brand. ADS quickly gained a reputation for producing high-quality speakers. One of their early notable models was the ADS L810, which was praised for its musicality and was part of their initial designs using Braun components. I still think that's like the go-to vintage speaker to find. The company expanded its product line, introducing various models like the L1290, which became popular for its sound quality and design. ADS speakers were known for their innovative design, often utilizing German industrial designers like, I'm going to murder these names, Dieter Rams and Peter Hartwine, who contributed to their minimalist yet functional aesthetic. ADS also made significant contributions to the car audio industry, which is going to be another reoccurring theme, car audio, because more money, more people interested in car audio than home audio. They introduced the DC to DC switching power source to the auto sound market, which was a pioneering move at the time. I have no idea what that is. Their ADS 2001 amplifier system, launched in 1972, was one of the first high-quality car audio systems, establishing ADS in the audiophile car audio sector. How do you have an audiophile car audio sector when you get like, and this is back in what, the 70s, so noise isolation in cars probably wasn't all that good. So you imagine you're rolling down the highway at 60, 70 miles an hour and you have 70 dB of road noise. Do we really need an audiophile sound system? The company underwent several changes, including a merger with, why can't they make these names more simple? Musatex, we'll just Muse Atex, to form ADS Technologies. That was in 1993. Focusing on high-end audio products, ADST was later sold to Direct Electronics Inc. in the early 2000s. Dr. Goddard Gunter passed away in 2014, but the legacy of ADS continues. The golden years were from the 70s to the 90s, particularly celebrated amongst audiophiles for their sound quality with models like the L1590 and L1290, still being sought after for their performance and design. The company's contributions to both home and car audio have left a lasting impact on the audio industry. They never really went out of business, but rather underwent several transformations. Original ADS saw its brand and business evolve significantly over the years. Many would not consider that a good evolution. And when they were sold to Directed Electronics Inc. in the early 2000s, their focus shifted more towards car, audio, and electronics. So while the original ADS, as it's known in its heyday, ceased to exist in its original form after these mergers and acquisitions, the brand name persisted in different capacities within the audio industry. The end of ADS as an independent entity producing home audio systems can be considered around the early 2000s. What is your experience with ADS? I kind of wish they were still around making speakers, or at least make one. Just make one good one, ADS. Please, if you're around, please.
Back in that bag.
If you are new here, please consider subscribing. And it's super easy. You can donate. You have unlimited subscriptions to donate. So just right down there. Just click it. Click it. Infinity. Founded in 1968 by Artie Nudell, John Ulrich, and Carrie Christie. Initially operating out of Nudell's garage. Love those stories. They gained recognition early on with their debut loudspeaker, the Servo Static 1, known for its advanced technology including a servo-controlled woofer and electrostatic panels for mid and high frequencies. Over the years, Infinity became renowned for its high-end audio equipment, particularly with models like the Reference Standard IRS series. I don't know if I would have named it that. Which were some of the largest and most... Maybe you should name it that, because maybe you can actually have like a positive experience with IRS instead of a negative experience. They were some of the largest and most expensive speakers of their time, offering cutting-edge audio solutions. Company experienced significant growth in the 70s and 80s, selling a wide range of speakers from budget-friendly to ultra-high-end models. However... There's always a however with a comma after it. In the 1990s, after being acquired by Harman International, Infinity's focus shifted from high-end audiophile markets to more mass market, home theater, and mid-range consumer products. Mid-range. This change was part of a broader industry trend where once independent, we're having a bit of a like Phoenix rise from the ashes. Back to independent companies. Once independent high-end audio companies were being bought out by larger conglomerates, which always works out every time, 12% of the time. It often leads to dilution of brand identity focused on audiophile quality. Agreed. Infinity did not technically go out of business, but rather saw a decline in its prestige as a high-end audio brand. The departure of key figures like Arnie Nudell, who was instrumental in the company's initial success and innovation, also played a role in this shift. Nudell's exit led to a loss of the unique engineering ethos that had initially set Infinity apart. The brand's products became more commoditized with less emphasis on the groundbreaking technology that once defined them. This resulted in a perception among audiophiles that Infinity was no longer the innovative company it once was, leading to a decline in the reputation for producing top-tier audio equipment. Today, Infinity continues under Harman International, focusing mostly on car audio systems and less on the high-end home audio market it once was famous for. While the brand still exists and produces speakers, it does not command the same respect or following in audiophile circles as it did in its heyday. I don't know if they're still making speakers. I haven't seen anything from Infinity. Do they still make speakers, or is it just like car speakers?
Back
Corporation was founded by Henry Kloss in 1967, initially with the aim of developing affordable color projection TVs. Really? To fund his research, Kloss introduced the Advent loudspeaker in 1969, which became the company's hallmark product. He made speakers to fund his television endeavor. That's kind of cool. The first speaker was a two-way acoustic suspension speaker that offered high performance at a lower cost than competitors like Acoustic Research at the time. The original Advent loudspeaker, later known as the larger Advent, was followed by the smaller Advent. I love that. This is the bigger one. This is the smaller one. What's the model number? I don't know. It's bigger. Larger one. They also produced models like the Advent 2/2 and the Advent /3. Mad respect for Henry with the naming of his products. Advent's products were popular during the 70s, especially amongst college students and audiophiles looking for quality sound without the high cost. Nice. The company also ventured into other audio products like cassette decks, notably the Advent 201 with Dolby B noise reduction, which was significant in bringing cassette fidelity closer to reel quality. Interesting. Decline. By the late 1970s, Advent encountered financial difficulties. High labor costs led to the closure of their Cambridge, Massachusetts factory in 1979, moving production to New Hampshire. This move did not stabilize the company's finances. In 1981, Advent declared bankruptcy. This was after Kloss had left the company in 1977 to focus on Kloss Video Corporation, KVC. How did they do? I don't know. That would be fun to research that. Without Kloss's leadership, the company struggled to innovate and maintain its market position. Acquisitions. After bankruptcy, the Advent brand was acquired by Jensen Electronics. There's a whole video I'm going to do about this, which itself faced financial issues. Eventually, Audiovox Corporation bought Jensen along with Advent in 2004. Under Audiovox, Advent's focus shifted away from high-quality audio towards more budget-oriented products. The rebranding and shift in product focus meant Advent no longer stood out in the high-fidelity market. The brand's heritage and what it once represented in terms of audio quality were significantly diluted, leading to a decline in consumer interest for Advent as a premier audio brand. Today, Advent speakers are more remembered for their historical significance rather than current relevance in the high-end audio market. Collectors and vintage audio enthusiasts still value their original designs, but Advent as a brand has largely faded from the forefront of audio innovation.
Back in that bag again. Whoa.
Boston Acoustics, founded in 1979 by two MIT graduates? Really? I went to MIT. What do you do now? Make speakers? I feel like making speakers as an MIT grad maybe been the wrong move for Frank Reed and Ken Jacob. Company begins with the goal of producing high-quality loudspeakers. Man, there must have been a lot of audiophiles like in the 80s and 90s. You got MIT graduates, you got German rocket scientists all making speakers, and now even an idiot like me can make a loudspeaker. Their first major product was the Boston Acoustics A70, which gained recognition for its sound quality. In the 1980s, Boston Acoustics quickly established a reputation for engineering excellence. I would hope so with the MIT folks in loudspeaker design. They expanded their product line to include bookshelf, floor standing, and in-wall speakers. In the 1990s, the company diversified into, you guessed it, car audio, becoming well known for their automotive speaker solutions. This era also saw them entering the, you guessed it, home theater market, providing speakers for surround sound setups. In the 2000s, Boston Acoustics was acquired by D&M Holdings, which we talked about in another video, because D&M Holdings was purchased by Sound United, which was then purchased by Massimo Corporation, which then led to the Massimo founder and CEO, losing his job. So Boston Acoustics played a role in the Massimo story. D&M also owns brands like Denon and Marantz. This acquisition allowed for broader distribution and integration with other high-end audio brands, and it didn't work out very well for anybody. In the 2010s, they continued innovation in home audio with a focus on both traditional and modern audio solution. I wonder what modern audio solution means. They introduced products like the Boston Acoustics Soundware. What is that? Boston Acoustics Soundware. Looks like it's an indoor-outdoor speaker. Just looks like a little speaker that you hang on the wall. Kind of like a Bose Cube, but it looks like it has a tweeter. The Soundware was praised for its compact design and sound quality. In 2017, D&M Holdings sold Boston Acoustics along with all of its other brands to Sound United, which also owned Polk, Definitive Technology, and other brands. This shift aimed to consolidate and expand their market presence in the audio industry. Boston Acoustics has maintained its focus. Recent years, Boston Acoustics has maintained its focus on both home and car audio, emphasizing sound quality, design, and integration. They're not around. Boston Acoustics does not produce new products today. According to this, they filed bankruptcy in 2018, and its intellectual property was acquired by... Oh, okay. So it looks like they went bankrupt, and then Sound United pretty much just bought the name. Although Sound United maintains the brand name, there's no current engineering budgeted for Boston Acoustics, and no future production is planned for their products. And I don't think there ever will be, considering that Sound United, the portion of Sound United that was sold to Massimo Corporation, is just languishing out there, waiting to be purchased by somebody else. The last series from Boston Acoustics included the A25 bookshelf speakers and A360 towers before the company ceased operations. What brands did I miss? And if you like videos like this, put it in the comments. It's kind of sad. I wish these companies, at least their brand names, would be sold off, because I think I know the companies that are really thriving today are all the independent companies. So please, all these conglomerates, you're not doing anything with them. Just sell the name to somebody and let these iconic brands live on with someone that actually cares about hi-fi. Please. If you like this video, you'll probably really like the video where I talk about the demise of the CEO and founder of Massimo Corporation, which is a healthcare company, after it bought Sound United. It's an incredible video. I will link it right here. Please click on it and watch it. It's very interesting. That company basically lost $6 billion because of the acquisition of Sound United. It caused a proxy battle, and like I said before, it caused the founder of the company and the CEO to lose his job. It's a very interesting video. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, don't binge watch anything. Binge listen and fill your soul with happiness. And with that, I'm Randy. I'm the Cheap Audio Man.